So thanks for being here. We are going to take a quick peek at what you don't see coming. Now, I did a reading like this a while back, and I used these same exact objects, so I'm going to use them again. I thought that would be kind of interesting. So the first one here is pile 1, and it is a black obsidian pyramid. And then pile 2 will be the opalite angel. And then pile 3 is the colored butterfly. So timestamps for all these will be down below. Just take a deep breath, focus on which pile you feel the most drawn to. If you're feeling more than one pile, it could be there's another message or the other person's message or maybe someone's message that you're just needing to hear. Timestamps for everything will be down below, and I will see you at your pile. Okay, pile 1, so if you chose the black tourmaline, then this will be your reading. Or obsidian, I'm sorry. I always call this the wrong thing. Okay, so we're going to put this to the side here, and we're actually just going to get straight into the oracles to see what this is. I'm not going to try to make this incredibly long. This is kind of more of a mini version, I guess you could say, of this. So, pile 1, what do they not see coming? What does pile 1 not see coming? What does pile 1 not see coming? Divine timing. What does pile 1 not see? Travel. What does pile 1 not see coming? Ghosted. Well, we never want to see that when we see what you don't see coming. Let's get one more. Let's call 1 not see coming. Heartbreak. Oh, man. Okay. First time this divine timing card came out, the first thing that came to mind was a halt or a pause. You have wrong timing, stalemate here. Perfect timing and waiting. So there's this, like, I feel like some kind of distance here that's being created. And then I think that there's this heartbreak that's caused here. You have between the lines at the bottom of the deck. Signs and synchronicities and fear. There's something to do with a fear playing out here for you in some way. Like, you've been getting signs or flags or synchronicities maybe that you weren't paying attention to, or you kind of just let, you know, go to the side in some way, or you tried to overcome. You felt like maybe it was a fear. It's just your fear. But there's this energy here of needing to read between the lines, or needing to see the hidden meaning behind something, looking into that and saying, is that a sign or is that just me fearing something? It could have to do with an ex or something in the past. And there's this, what's unexpected here is this is all happening, I feel like, in divine timing. There's something to do with being far apart, or there being distance here. And what's unexpected is there's this silence, or this feeling of someone that's being ignored, or there's just like a boundary that's being placed in some way. There's heartbreak around this. So I don't know if you've ghosted somebody here, or you will, or they have, or if this is like someone that feels like they're kind of slipping away from you, or this is the way that you're feeling, like somebody's going to start slipping away from you in some way. Like there's some sort of hurt that's caused that's here. So let's see if we can get more in depth with some more oracles, and then we will get the tarot as well. There's a fear of rejection here that's here as well. me about divine timing. Planetary vibes. There's a big deal about everything happening for a reason that's here. Like things lining up. It also says planetary influences, so this may be a significant shift that's taking place, and timing is a big part of this. Something slowing down is something that's here. Tell me about travel. Pretty bride. This is around a commitment or making a choice. There's some kind of committing to making a choice to having to do with distance or traveling. Let's keep going. What about ghosted? Ghosted. There are some insecurities playing out here. She's a unicorn. Yep. So I saw on a pedestal, and then she's a unicorn came out. There's something here to do with losing someone. Someone that you feel like is hard to find or irreplaceable in some way. Losing someone that you feel like is irreplaceable. Or this is the way that this person's feeling about you. Tell me about heartbreak. Whoa. A lot of cards tried to come out, and one of them was Calm Storm, which is like self-control when it comes to heartbreak. And then you have Straw into Gold. Creating something out of nothing. Okay, I get it. Creating something out of nothing. I feel like this person's going through some kind of anxieties, or if this is you, you're going through some kind of anxieties here around being rejected or getting heartbroken. Anything else that I'm missing? Social circle. A hand of fate is at the bottom of the deck, so that fate is really coming in. Fated relationships, or something that's beyond your control in some kind of way that's playing out. And there's social circle here. So this has to do with some kind of networking, okay? Some kind of social circle or networking or communication around others. And needing to read in between the lines of that, or reading in between the lines of that. Being afraid of being rejected or ghosted, or not having or gaining some kind of commitment here. Someone choosing you, and being afraid of heartbreak around this. Interesting. Let's get the tarot. I hope that made sense, because it seemed like that was a lot to explain. So let's see if we can kind of pull it in together, okay? What can you tell me about divine timing and planetary vibes? What's coming towards Pollen? Yeah, the Five of Wands. This could be competition. For some of you, this could be jealousy. This could be a disagreement, having a disagreement here around how something is affecting a timeline. Tell me about Pretty Bride with commitment. What is that about? With travel. It's the Lovers. This is about somebody making a choice about someone, committing to someone, or committing to traveling or coming together or something to that nature. Tell me about Ghosted, and she's a unicorn. Committing to a relationship. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is having improvements here. So if there's been distance, or you've been feeling rejected, or something like that is going on, or you have a fear of that, I think that there's some kind of relationship here that's going to work through its issues. Some kind of commitment around this. Staying committed to a relationship, or trusting in a relationship. And this is like healing from something with this Ten of Swords in the reverse. Avoiding a betrayal. So whatever you're thinking right now, this is what it can lead to. And it started not so great, but I think it goes from there. And I think that's a fear, heartbreak, of being rejected or something like this. There's something that's like that there that you're going to experience, but I think that you're going to work it out or work through it. Because there's definitely trust when it comes to committing to something here. There's some kind of commitment that comes into play. It has to do with traveling, I feel like, for a lot of you. But it could be committing to your boundaries around a relationship or the distance or something like this is there. But that Ten of Swords in reverse, this is like having improvements or a recovery. Where there was either a betrayal or could have been a betrayal. It's like recovering from that. So there's improvements that are being made here when it comes to this ghosting energy or this feeling rejected or fear of that. And it's like you're escaping some sort of disaster because there's somebody here that you feel like is irreplaceable, or this is the way that they're feeling about you, or both, you know, of course. And you feel like they're hard to find and you don't want to lose this person, right? Straw of Gold. I don't know what that was that just flashed itself. You have a Two of Swords in the reverse. So this is like, this is kind of like, so all the indecision, all the overload of information, all the confusion has got me nowhere. Like it didn't have to be the way that I was imagining it out to be. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. It's like making a bigger deal out of something than it is. This is a realization that you're going to come into. So do you see how this reading is going? You're starting off with talking about your insecurities or your anxieties around a situation and how you actually work through it. Tell me about that Five of Wands. The Two of Wands in the reverse. There's some kind of blockage here in communication. In order to move forward, there has to be this confrontation that takes place about this disagreement or whatever this is, in order to be able to make plans to move forward. It's like a blockage that's here, and it's something that needs to be worked out. There could be a guard up or defenses up around maybe timing of things, or if something is in alignment with you. And things shifting. It's like when you go through a shift, there's a little bit of a battle there, you know, because you're experiencing something new. Needing to work through this is something that's there. Tell me about the Lovers, Gemini energy. Ace of Pentacles. This is an opportunity for a relationship here, a commitment, and I think it has to do with it could be a new chapter with travel. I've never seen that like that before, but it reminded me of the world. Why is the Ten of Swords in the reverse? Because the Seven of Wands, which I saw back here with the 2 and the 5. This is that defensive energy. This is like I was ready to defend myself at all costs, right? In some way. And it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. You know, you didn't get all those knives stabbed in the back there. Or you survived it. You know, you survived a possible ending here. This is future energies, you know. So 2 of Swords in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. There's a fear of rejection here around this. Like being afraid that somebody doesn't care, or being afraid that someone won't want you, or creating a lot of heartbreak around this. This is like when you let your fear or your mind kind of just run away with itself. You can have some of the most saddest, craziest thoughts ever, and it's like, and then you come back to reality and it's not anything like the fears. Like they just got out of control. The fears did. This is like a shift to kind of set that straight that's taking place. Queen of Wands is the bottom of the deck in reverse. So there's a lack of confidence that's here, Queen of Swords, when it comes to communication and being able to have something fulfilling out of this here. King and Queen of Swords, Two of Cups is there. So there's the relationship and the lack of clarity, the Three of Swords, about healing, or if you can move on past something is here. And needing to see something a different point of view or perspective around the piece of a relationship or coming together here. There being a hopeless energy around this about communication and truth, and it not going the way that you planned, or not being confident that it's going to go like you want it to go. But I think that it does. There's definitely some fears that you're getting over here with whatever this is. It's almost like you end up really kind of being way more worried about it than what you need to be. That's definitely an energy I see here. Let's get some let's get some advice cards. I don't want to use those actually. Let's use the ones I like. Why not? Let's use these. So let's see if we can get you advice here. There's some kind of betrayal wound that somebody's carrying here that's also putting a big damper on this, or it's something that did. You ever feel like you're gonna hurt somebody more than what you feel like you think that you're gonna hurt them because of a way that you have felt when someone did something to you, and how devastating that was to you? It could be that if that is something that comes up for you, where it keeps you able to express yourself, express your emotions, express your needs, or the truth of things, it's because you never fully healed from whatever betrayal that was. It's still something that causes confusion when it comes to making decisions, or doing what you need to do, or doing what's right, expressing yourself fully, because there's a fear around that and not trusting a situation. So there's some kind of betrayal, significant betrayal that you've experienced that you didn't really fully ever address. You kind of, it's continuing to kind of affect your decisions now. Or this is this other person here. Okay, so take that how it resonates. What is advice here for pile 1? About the unexpected. You have a clean slate here, so starting over. Seeing something as an opportunity to start over, and you have daydream. And then dreaming about the possibilities here with number 11, that's justice. So dreaming about things being fair, how things can be balanced between the two of you. Codependency. I'm taking it in reverse because I feel like there's some codependency type of cycles that are being broken here. And I also feel like there could be a relationship that is based off of trust and a renewal of a relationship even. Or it's just the way you see relationships. There's this overwhelming feeling of a renewed hope. A renewed hopeful energy. And it has to do with the bigger picture, which is hope and fresh faith that you can have a committed or a trust between two people. Or it's just in a relationship in the future, right? Because there's codependencies that are here that are being broken. So you're seeing yourself in a more secure way. And I feel like in a relationship you see in a more inner independent, secure way, where the two of you's needs are being addressed, or there's a new way of communication that's here that's unlike something that you've experienced before. I felt like it took me forever to get that out. Confusion. That's why. You are confused too? Number 21, which is the world that I mentioned earlier. Confusion about the chapter, the new beginning. This is where you've been kind of stuck, I feel like, for a lot of you, and this is the shift that's taking place. So if you've had confusion around an ending or confusion around a new chapter, closing out a cycle, or that you feel the shift happening in your life in some way. This is what's going to be kind of clearing out. But I think some of it may still remain a little bit confusing moving forward until you get more familiar with commitment. It has to do with commitment and friendship, with rejection and caution and romance. Yeah. Did you see the rejection as being like a, when you get betrayed by somebody, it's that harsh feeling of rejection that hits you and your insecurities start to come out? This is like a relationship where this is something that is being healed through the friendship and through the commitment to each other. Interesting. Okay. Let's get a few of these and then we'll get some initials to close. Try to keep this shorter here. What can you tell me more about advice for Pile 1 about this? Self-awareness. Tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. What else? Success. So I really think that this is going to turn out successful for you in the end. I think that maybe you're just like way more worried about it than what you should have been, or you may even cause yourself more worry or fear, you know, being in that place than you should have been, than you needed to be. Connect to the divine through meditation and prayer. Yeah, this is like moving forward. It's telling you to pray for the highest overall for everyone. And pray for your protection or security here as well, that you will know what to do when that time comes, or that you will be able to do the right thing when that's something that's needed, with self-awareness there, being able to question things in yourself and it not being afraid of that, right? Even in a relationship. Pay attention. Look at there. Look out for the signs from the divine. Acknowledge the red flags. So I think I said in the beginning of this, maybe some of you, something about red flags. Didn't I say? Or was that in a different reading? Can't even remember that now. Anyways, pay attention here. This is like a lesson on those red flags. When to call it when you see it. Or when to do the right thing when you need to. When to go follow that gut feeling that you feel. You know, your intuition's calling you. This is the lesson on there. Listening to your own intuition here. So you have the lightning bug without the mask on. So this is like something, shining light on someone. Shining light on, you know, sometimes we get to know people the most or the deepest when we can reconcile with somebody, or when we can forgive someone, or when we can see that person's insecurities and fears play out in ways that are unhealthy or toxic, and we don't taint that person's character or the love that you have for them because of that. And that's something that's here, and it's not something that is toxic. It's like a feeling of unconditional love. Yeah. That's here, that you feel about this person, or someone feels that way with you, where you can take your mask off with that person. Just something, by the way, that some people never really get the opportunity to do. If you ever feel like you're any kind of social circle, you have a hard time with connecting to others, or you have social anxiety, or some sort of where you just have a hard time being yourself around others, you feel like you have to put on a mask or put on a front in some way, that when you're not around any others, you're just completely exhausted. It's because you're having to be someone else than you actually are, because you're protecting yourself, or you're anxious that you can't trust anyone around you. You just cannot. And there's of course time that needs to go by in order to trust someone, but I'm talking about when you start to develop a relationship with someone where you can have that, where you can open up to someone, where you can feel vulnerable with someone, it can get to be like toxic, like depending on how the two of you are connected, as far as how it affects the two of you, you know, in your life in general, by the way. But there's this other side to it where there's someone that you just connect with in that way, and you realize that it's something that someone that you don't want to lose, or that you want to stay connected to, despite those insecurities and how they play out for this person in a negative way. God, I hope that made sense. I feel like I made my way back around. You have the 4 here, so there's that 4 of Wands energy, or it's about stability and security, and, you know, peace and harmony coming together. You have a W or an M, an I, there's an M. You have a Y, a hashtag, so there's more under the surface of things. Seeing it for that instead of just seeing the surface level of things is important. And you have an O. Mom is here. So there's something there. Also, wow. Wow is here. Oh, seeing someone for like their mothering nature is something that's here. Their motherly nature. Somebody that's really nurturing here. Okay. Somebody seeing you that way, or are you seeing someone that way? Alright guys, I'm going to leave you here. So thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and all your kindness. I hope this helps. Definitely good luck to you with this, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, Paul 2. So if you chose the Opalite Angel, this is going to be your reading. Okay. So some of you may be kind of sitting in a place to where you've been really sad, or maybe even disappointed about something, or this could possibly be something that you're afraid of or coming towards you. The way that the angel's sitting like that, something maybe that you are surrendering, needing to surrender to, like surrendering to the outcome, needing to sit in something and surrender to the outcome is here. What's the unexpected that's coming towards Paul 2? What's the unexpected that's coming towards Paul 2? What's the unexpected that's coming towards Paul 2? The grass is greener. We have wedding here. There's a choice here, I feel like, for some of you. There's something here where you may have an option, or you have a better option. There's a relationship here. Something that could be a long-term relationship there with forever in union, or being connected to someone in the long term. Something to do with finances is here. There could be jealousy around this in some kind of way, or the fear of that. I'm giving you an overall picture of what I'm seeing this as far as the topics kind of go, and then we'll get more into depth as we go along, okay? So with finances, there could be something to do with material things, or something being successful, wanting something to be successful. There's an unhappiness that's here around this because you want something to be successful. There's some kind of stability issues when it comes to this. And there's this depression that I was talking about. This is that sadness that I was talking about here, being disappointed about something. They're even kind of looking and with their heads kind of to the side or down, you know. Being disappointed about something being successful, or you have intuition at the bottom of the deck with addiction and liquid courage, romantic feelings. Okay, so what is coming towards you, Paul? Oh, what am I looking for? Oh, here we go. Paul 2. I think that there's some kind of energy of you deserving more, deserving better. And there's something to do with a jealousy around this, and there being someone or something that could be long term or something like that. There's something to do with money issues around this, or finances affecting this in some way, or insecurity about that, or whether or not something will be successful because of maybe this here, you know. I just smelled tobacco. Why is grass is greener here? I'm going to get more in depth, guys. I want to get some more information before I continue. We have manifestation. There's something that's playing out where it gives you a better option, or someone has a better option here. You're trying to manifest an outcome. Why is wedding here? The hand of fate. There's a relationship here that may be out of your control in some way. Could be with you or someone else. There's this idea of being jealous or something being a better option. Why is finances here? Use your head. Needing to be smart because of finances. Don't let your emotions control you in this situation. Be smart when it comes to the finances here in some way, or what you give to someone, because that's that representation on that card, like the Six of Pentacles. Someone may have their hand in your cookie jar here, or someone may be messing with your head, or there's a fear around this. Be careful who you give money to is something that's here. When it comes to a relationship, or there's a fear here around this. We'll get to the bottom of it. Why is the anxiety here? This is complicated, guys, so bear with me, please. You have a big heart. There's somebody here that is sad about you, or you're sad about, because there's this genuine love that's here. Wanting to be generous, wanting someone to be generous with you, and trying to see if someone you can be trusted, or they can be trusted with your heart is something that's here, and it causing some anxieties. Feeling like a relationship is faded is a big part of this. We have Miss Lazy Daisy. There's a lack of action around this, or somebody's procrastinating, or somebody's reluctant to move something forward, or they have been. And either a door has closed because of that, or a door has opened because of that. I don't know what side you're sitting on. Let's see if we can get more in depth with it. Somebody's manifesting a better option, or some sort of jealousy is around this. Insecurities around deserving better, or someone deserving better. Tell me about manifest. Thank you. Wow. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's been a lack of progress here. Someone is understanding that due to a lack of effort or a lack of progress, someone has either manifested someone better, or there's been the unhappiness of that lack of progress that's being made is affecting a relationship. You have Justice in the reverse. So there's an unfairness that, like, something seems so unfair, but you cannot control it. There's nothing that you can do about it that's here. There could be some kind of fated event that takes place that's unfair, that's just out of your control, but you can't. It's like, I can't control what that person does, or I can't control that situation in some way. Or how that person sees something even. Tell me about use your head. The Two of Swords. I was just thinking in my head. I should have said it, but I was thinking, yeah, use your head. You're going to have to make a difficult decision here. So, for those of you that felt like you had some kind of decision coming or something like that, it's definitely here. And it may have to do with finances, giving to or giving to a situation and needing to use your head about this. Not letting your emotions control you here, okay? Because you do have this love here for someone, or you have this big heart here for someone, and it makes you sad, especially if you feel like you can't give to that person because you need to be smart. Something was unfair here, unjust, or something's unjust around this. This is something that needs to be cleared out as a higher perspective of this. It's something that needs to be cleared out of the way. And there may be something here that's on hold until it is. If it hasn't happened yet, it might in the near future. There may be a delay here. Yeah, King of Swords. There's delay as far as taking action on something. You may have, okay, I got it. Some of you may have been questioning or wondering why something's taking the time that it is. Why has there been this delay here on a manifestation that you've had? Perhaps to have a better option, perhaps to, you know, find that next great thing or something coming together in the way that you want it to, something turning out in the way that you want it to. Why hasn't that not come together or happened? And it's because there's been some kind of imbalance within a fated relationship here. Some kind of union that needs to take place. Something that needs to come together in order for it to get out of the way of things or move in a direction that it needs to move into. It could have to do with something around making a decision to give to a situation. So I don't know. This could be like giving to someone financially or giving time to someone, giving energy to someone. It's something that needs to be cleared out. Someone needs to stand in a position to where they know they need to take one direction over the other and use their head here and not let their emotions control them. Because over here, there's someone that has I feel like this is you, guys. You have like a big heart here and you're restless about this because I think because you... Give me one more for that. Hold on. I'll just stop myself, didn't I? Like Queen of Cups again. Wow. There's a lot of emotions here for someone, or there's a lot of love that you have here for someone. And if someone is wanting something from you or giving to a situation, there's such a significant sadness around this because you're having to use your head and you can't allow yourself to be in all these emotions, and there's a lot of emotions that are here. So this is somebody that, you know, somebody that you care a lot about. What is going on here? Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? This is very complicated. It's the Nine of Wands in reverse. Taking a step back. This is a frustration that was here. So you've been frustrated because something's been taking too long or not working out the way that you wanted it to. And there's been this pause and you're like, you know, why is this not moving forward? You know, why is this not going the way that I want it to? Why is this not working out? And it's because of something here that was fated. There was a halt because of a relationship in the background of this that maybe you were even unaware of. But for you, some of you, this is the relationship that for yourself. Tell me about Justice in reverse that needed to be into balance here. There's a Two of Pentacles, so there was some kind of juggling that was going on here, or there was just options. You see that up here? Options that are here. You know, something that has to do with taking a long time to be loyal is here, or taking a long time. Something about maybe even bringing someone an offer. Balancing a relationship or juggling a relationship, and the unfairness around that is something that's here as well. Could just be emotions, like juggling your emotions, you know, is not fair. Why is the Two of Swords here? Okay, Five of Swords. Together you have 7 swords here. So there may have been some kind of deception here around this, some kind of conflict, or some kind of being strategic in here as well, where you're trying to not let your emotions kind of get the best of you, or there's conflict around making a decision because there's some kind of deception and betrayal that's taken place here. So it's putting you into a place where you're like, okay, I got to use my head about this. Because there's somebody here that you may not trust fully, or someone that's not trusting someone fully making a decision. But there's love here with that person. I don't know what this... I'm going to tell you what this feels like. Okay? This is like somebody that you care a lot about that is coming in, offering you something, or wanting to give to you in some way. And you don't quite trust that person fully, but you have a lot of love for that person. And you have to use your head here and put your emotions to the side. And that's something that causes you stress and anxiety, because you're not someone that is in a position to be able to do that easily. Yeah, Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this is overwhelming to you to have to think about not being a giving person, or giving your emotions or your love. Showing someone love here causes you anxiety with that Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. Tell me about the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. I mean upright. Queen of Wands upright. You feel confident here. It's like exploring something, or something going further on the back burner until you feel fully confident. And someone may have been pretending that, like, yeah, I feel really confident here, and now they're like being challenged with that. There's something that went on a pause because there's a need to see your worth or value here as well. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. Needing to take action and make a choice because there's an unfairness around a union or a connection or a fated relationship that's here. Tell me about the Five of Swords. 2 cards I pulled. Did y'all hear that? Do y'all know what that was? That was my cat chasing the squirrel. And they both look like terrified now. They scared each other. And you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. So there may have been like something being bound to happen, or bound to... It's like that Five of Swords. This is the conflict, and that's what this cat and the squirrel is. The squirrel is about there being a mischievous kind of energy, and the cat would be about your intuition. So there's been something here that's been kind of screwing with your intuition, and you've kind of had to wait to see whether or not there's a Three of Swords here. There's something here to do with some kind of pain, separation, disconnect, sadness that you're having to, that's coming up here, resurfacing, that you need to take a look at, or you're having to look at, and you're having to make a decision. You're making a decision based off of this sadness. So how has the pattern repeated itself here? And is that something that always goes back to the Three of Swords? You always get hurt here, right, in the situation. It's what you're having to use your head about and what you're having to make a decision about. Tell me about the Nine of Swords in the reverse. In the Queen of Pentacles, this is difficult here because you have, either for some of you, this is another person and you have some kind of sense of security here with that person. For others of you, this is like you needing to protect yourself, but allowing yourself to make a head over heart decision is something that is so difficult for you. Because you have all these feelings here for someone, I feel. King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. There's also a manifestation that you have going on here with someone that hasn't been progressing in the way that you wanted it to, or you've been holding off on that. You've been trying to be logical or reasonable here. Let me remember, this can always be the other person's perspective. Somebody taking something slow because they want it to be successful. There's actually a hidden truth behind that they weren't wanting to face, and they're having to be faced with it because it's resurfacing, and it has something to do with the imbalanced relationship and pain that was caused around that wasn't fully expressed, and there's a decision now they're having to face around it. Tell me about the King of Swords. That's a lot. There's that Nine of Swords again. So now this is something that's coming up, back up, resurfacing that you didn't make a decision on before. You're needing to make a decision on it now. Or you're being challenged with that. Yeah, look at that. Seven of Cups. It's about being emotionally confused about the Ace of Pentacles, whether or not to give to a situation, whether or not to have a renewal, whether or not to offer a commitment, or not getting that, you know, and that's put you in your head here. This manifestation here has been delayed because of this other thing that's going on. In the Four of Swords is you're in an energy of where you're reevaluating this situation. The Knight of Cups in reverse, and how it is that you feel, where your emotions really sit, and what will be successful. Because you need to know what direction to take, what action to take moving forward. You're going to be faced with making this decision. And yeah, look at that. Wow. It's going to be something that's really difficult. Some of you are having to choose. That Three of Cups that's there. There's a reunion that's here where there's a truth. Ace of Swords. Communication. About a betrayal or about an ending. Something, you're getting some kind of communication here from someone about an ending that's here. And you may need to decide whether or not to reject this, or this is something that comes into play, or you're afraid of feeling rejected, and you're needing to make a decision here with this. Okay. Anything I'm missing here? I hope not, because this is sure difficult to read. This is a very complicated situation, it feels like. We do have Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, down here at the bottom. Aquarius energy there. Anything I'm missing here with this that Palpatine needs to know? Target and ego. Target and ego. I'm strategizing to win. I won't miss my target this time, and I lost myself while trying to save my ego. There's something here what to do with the situation where you haven't made a decision because there's a fear around rejection. I feel like here as well for some of you, and you've prolonged this, and now you're having to be faced with this decision. Like you don't have any other choice here, and it's hard. You're needing to be strategic. There's somebody here that you may just don't know if you can trust this person with that snake. Anytime there's a snake, it's a sign of deception, especially with that temptation that's there. It's maybe something that's very tempting, but you just don't know that you can trust this or this other person that's here, right? Even though you have this love here for this person. Yeah, three's a crowd. Some of you are having to make a decision, or this is someone around you that's having to make a decision. You have opening up. Opening up about this is here. This person opening up about this, or needing to open up about this. Somebody that's wanting to let you in. It could be a secret here of maybe why this person's been surface level or superficial in some kind of way, or why they've been focused on other things. The reason behind that. It could have to do with finances, by the way. For some of you, this person, if this isn't you, obviously it could be. Giving to the situation financially is something that's there. And whether or not to do that, because you don't know if you can trust that person, even though you have all this. This can just be giving, though. Giving is to someone. There's definitely a third-party energy here, though, for sure. Three of Cups, Three of Swords, Three's a crowd. I mean, I would be shocked. I would be shocked. It says, I thought that two would be better than one, and now I'm torn. What advice do you have on this? What advice do you have here on this? Daydream. Okay. And we also have influence and self-love. As far as advice goes with this passion that's underneath number 14, which is temperance in tarot, and then regret just wanted to show itself in reverse. Not wanting to regret anything, not wanting to regret, or someone not regretting the harmony or peace that they feel here. Like, this is about letting go of something, like not regretting the way that you feel about someone, or addressing it, or coming to terms with it and knowing that that's there, but finding balance with it, or finding peace with it, doing what you need to do here for yourself, showing yourself the love that you deserve, choosing what's best for you here, and not allowing any outside influences affect what you want to do here for yourself. There may be somebody in your ear, or this is, this person that's here in your ear about what it is they can offer you. Or with this daydreamy energy, it's like, don't get caught up in the fantasy of something that's here, or you feel like your emotions are here for someone, so you get kind of caught up in that, and then you can't see clearly like the reality of something. Needing to focus on yourself and not get influenced by what someone else is telling you, or a fantasy of what someone else is telling you, but going back to internally within yourself and understanding how you truly feel about it, and if it's balanced with you or not. Not wanting to have regrets when it comes to your stability in your heart. Not wanting to put your heart on the line here, right? Okay. Oh, interesting. Let's get one of these. I'll give you one more for advice, okay? Then we'll get some initials to close. I have one more for advice for call 2. 2 cards came out. We have support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from, and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. This says, to whom am I comparing myself right now? So that jealousy thing that came in the beginning wasn't like too significant part of your reading, but it is something that is there, something to do with maybe being jealous around letting someone go, or an idea of controlling a situation is something that's there. What you can't control who someone's with is something that's there as well. Not wanting to let someone go because of that is something that I can see here. Jealousy shows us is not the best thing, but it does show us that we care and why we care. That's the question you need to ask yourself when jealousy comes up. Why do I care? Because it shows you how you really feel about someone or something. What you're able to see in others is only visible because it is within you. Ready to be brought out? Shine light on this feeling and not enough, and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today, stop comparing and start creating. Yep. Okay, I am going to get some initials and I'm going to leave you here. You can always create what you want. You can always stay focused on what it is that's best for you, what it is that you need. Even if you don't know what that is, you know, pray or ask for higher guidance on that, so that you can know what's to do, what's best for you, or just pray for the best possible outcome, because you don't know what that is. Okay, so you have the Two of Cups, so there's definitely a relationship that's here. You have the shell. There may also be a toxic relationship that's here, or someone like brings out some kind of toxicities in you or something like that. You have a shell here, so protecting yourself is something that's there. You have the cheetah head, so that's about endurance and strength. Being strong and persevering. You have 8, or eat. Here is here. We have V, TV. Hear the TV? Do you hear the TV? You have a C and an H. This is about caring. The car is here. Cheat is there. I was hoping I couldn't spell that, dang it. But that 3 of Swords is there. I do feel like this is something you're already aware of. Your intuition's already been all over this, right? There's some kind of toxicity that's here. Maybe alcohol is involved or something like that. And feelings are there, and they still have like this attraction. This could be somebody that this person's walked away from or separated from in some way, and there's still this attraction there, these feelings here. Someone that is like, that is intoxicating to them in some kind of way. There's like a toxic attachment that's there, perhaps. Not everybody's story, but your intuition's been asking about this, questioning this, thinking about this. Okay, guys. So, interesting. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and all your support and all your kindness, of course. Definitely hope this helps, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose the butterfly, the colored butterfly here, this is going to be your reading. So I'm going to set this over here to the side so y'all can still see it. And we're going to start with the oracles. These are the love oracles. We're going to use these just to start right in. We're just jumping right into these. So the unexpected coming towards you. Who's coming towards you? Just whatever this is. This next unexpected thing that's here. I'm not sure how I'm titling this yet. It can be unexpected. Who's coming toward you? What's coming toward you? I never know until the end of the reading, so we'll see. We do have heartbreak here. That's the unexpected coming towards pile 3. We have the truth. Truth around a heartbreak. Truth around a secret. Okay, well that's not supposed to be in this deck, but it's there from the last shuffle. So it's about manifestation. So the truth about a manifestation, the truth about... You're manifesting the truth here around some sort of disappointment, betrayal, hurt. You're manifesting some sort of confession or clarity. Ooh, these cards are jumpy. Finance is in the same spot it was in pile, one of the other piles. I can't remember which one now. That's almost creepy. Give me one more. No. We have breakup, toxic relationship, party, which is a get-together. Roll the dice, which is taking a chance or being risky. We have friends, coming together, and a player. Okay, and this card's not supposed to be in there. Give me one. Just give me one for... Did y'all not just see me move a card out of here? This is the third one. Use your head. I'm going to leave it, actually. Gosh, I guess I did not go through that. Or maybe it just needed to come out like that. Use your head. Regret. You don't want to regret something. Mistake. Wrong choice and apology. Guilt is laying on somebody. Some kind of truth here. Y'all keep in mind that the planetary vibes may be a little bit catalytic. Can I say? Can I say that? Catalytic? If you've been manifesting something, it's going to come out. In whichever way that is. So if you've been manifesting something and you don't know how you're going to get it or how it's going to come, it could come in or if you've had any fears around it, it can come to you in a big way that is unexpected. It can be something that is not what you have planned or not any way of you being able to say that that's the way it is going to happen. Like you had, it may be something that's shocking. It may be something that's painful even, but you're getting the truth out of a situation that it was that you wanted. And there's something here to do with being faced with thinking something through, giving something some thought, some real thought, trying to keep your emotions out of something. It's like you're looking at something immediately as far as the reality of something, like the situation, the foundation or the structure of it. You're trying to stay away from your heart here with this truth that comes out. You will be getting a truth here that comes out. It has to do with finances and maybe not finances. For some of you, this may have to do with material things or giving to a situation. Giving to another situation. The truth about giving to a situation here. But you're wanting to like kind of plant your feet or make it be smart about the next moves you make in this. Like you don't want to regret anything here. You want to make sure that you make the best decision. With what direction that you take moving forward. So this is kind of similar in a way, I guess, to the other piles, but there's different storylines. It's just like it feels kind of like I didn't even get my bowl. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Craziest thing that happened to me. I looked over and I saw my bowl. I forgot to put it down in my seat next to me and get off the table. And when I did that, I looked up at the camera and it actually popped up and said the storage was full. So I had to delete some stuff. And I was thinking, well, that was coincidental, right? So there's something to do with that that's here. It's not a coincidence. There's something here that's maybe not a coincidence. Maybe something that you thought was kind of strange. And you've been trying to manifest the truth out of this. Like you feel like something's not a coincidence. And it's coming into play. It's happening. The truth is coming out about it. And it could have to do with someone giving to a situation. So that you can make the best decision for yourself, perhaps. Which is so similar to some of the other readings. But it's like you're not wanting to make a wrong choice or make a mistake. Okay. Yeah, follow the signs. You're not alone. It's not an accident or coincidence. That is the freakiest thing. Oh my God, that is so awesome. Sorry, I gotta take that in for a minute. That's pretty good right there. Wow. Okay. But it's not a, if you're feeling a certain way, let me tell you this. Your anxiety can do some things to you. Fear can do some things to you. But if you are like emotionally feeling a certain kind of way and you cannot, for the sake of you, no matter what you do, get rid of that feeling, there is something there. That's not a coincidence. That is your intuition that's like screaming at the top of its lungs about something. And you have looked at it and you've like needed to know more. You ever have like a ask for a sign and then you get the sign and you're like, no, I need another sign. That kind of thing is something I feel here. So you're wondering if something was a coincidence, but you feel like it's not. You feel like maybe there was some kind of betrayal that was there, or some kind of hurt that was caused, something that you feel like you'll be disappointed in, that you just cannot seem to let go of. That truth of whatever that is coming out. Tell me about truth. Or someone is confessing to this, or you're getting clarity on this. It could be to do with a friendship, keeping something casual, or the truth about someone wanting to be friends first, you know, something like that is there. Clarity about this. Tell me about finances. Time flies. Giving to a situation or something that happened quicker than you expected it to. The truth about a relationship. And something happening very quickly. And like in a fleeting moment. The truth around this. Maybe the truth around time spent. Use your head. The world. Somebody's learning a lesson about spending time or giving to a situation. I think that you're sitting in a position where you've been trying to manifest the truth of a situation between a relationship or a friendship, whether or not someone sees you as more than that, or if this has something to do with someone else, but there's something to do around a relationship that's here you've been wanting the truth or clarity about. And you've been having some fears around this. Your intuition's been all over this. There's been something here that you feel like is not a coincidence, but you couldn't prove it, so you had to manifest basically the truth out of the situation, or that's what you felt like the only option that you had was. It's being presented to you, and time is relevant here. I don't know why. I feel like time is such a factor. Why am I feeling like that? What does that have to do with? Can I have one more for time flies? Jealous one. There's someone here that is, over time, there's something here that can give you problems, or there's something here that over time became a problem. And it has to do with someone being jealous of a situation or needing to protect yourself over a situation or someone. There could be someone here that's afraid of losing you, or afraid of losing your giving nature even. The truth around that. Someone, the jealousy in someone, the truth about how jealous someone is could be something that comes out into play here. The world, and use your head. Right here, waiting. Expectations. A waiting period. There's someone here that's been... There's a truth coming out about a relationship, and there's someone here that's been waiting patiently, or there's a lot of time that's gone by here with this. As far as when this person was, when the last time you gave to this person in some kind of way. They could be creating some kind of jealousy here at this time, where they don't want to share you, or they're scared of losing you, and are scared of losing the friendship here. This person has some kind of expectations, or there's this energy of longing to maybe start again, or have some kind of new relationship or new beginning, and they're getting in their head about this, or they're They're giving this some thought. They don't want to have regrets. For others of you, this is information about a relationship that you're fixing to come into awareness of, okay? And it has to do with something being completed and something not being over. I think that if you've been feeling like something here with someone wasn't fully over, I think that you're dead right about that. I think whatever's happened here, we'll see what that is, that has got brought up here that was coincidental was no coincidence. And there's more behind the friendship here of this, or the connection of this, than meets the eye. And I think that your intuition knew that. There's fear around someone, I feel like, protecting themselves from maybe somebody taking advantage of them, and time being a factor in that. Something's being like, it's like, I feel this feeling of getting the rug pulled out from underneath you. And then there's this expectations that are here when it comes to closing a cycle out, or a new beginning, or oh, that's not what I want. I landed on the mystical shaman, which is about, you know, there being this awaken your vision to magic. There's this awakening that's going to happen. The moon in reverse, trick or treat. I'm telling you guys, if you've had like this idea whether you're sitting at a crossroads or you're at a critical stage in making a decision here, you're trying to figure out if this person, you can trust this person or not, and you've manifested an opportunity here to get the truth out of something here when it comes to that, what this person's intentions are. Some secrets here with this are going to come out into the open, and you're going to like face your fear here in a way, which is kind of a repetitive message. Let's get more in depth with the tarot. Follow the signs. Heartbreak, follow the signs. Heartbreak and follow the signs. There's a search for the truth. Follow the signs. There's no accident or coincidence. You have a Knight of Wands that's here, but it's almost kind of wanting to go in reverse. Not knowing why someone's being hot and cold with you, or why someone is not being able to read someone. That's why. It's like someone that their actions are doing one thing, but they're saying something else, and or it's just like they're not adding up. You know, one and the other is not adding up. So tell me about friendship and truth. This can be whether or not you can trust a person. Friendship. The Ten of Pentacles. That's about a foundation. Seeing value in a relationship. The truth about the foundation of a relationship. Okay. So this is about the truth about someone's foundation in a relationship. It may be yours. It may be someone else's. The truth about that's coming out. Tell me about the time flies with jealous one. The Knight of Swords in reverse. There's someone here that's impulsive, or like this is about taking impulsive action here. The truth about this. It's like the truth got carried away with someone, or the truth about impulsively making an impulsive decision, or not thinking before you act is something that's there. Tell me about right here waiting. Somebody's on pause. Yeah, you have the Devil in reverse. Capricorn energy with right here waiting. This is about releasing something. This person's been waiting to release something. that they feel like is toxic. Could be a relationship. Why is the Knight of Wands in the reverse? Death, Scorpio energy. That's changing. There's a change here in this person's behavior or their actions, or you've been focused in on whether or not this person can change their behavior. And you've been needing to recognize that there's something here that may not be a coincidence. Ten of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. This is about boundaries, protecting what it is that you have, or protecting the foundation that you have. There's someone here they're holding on to a foundation. There's someone here that's holding on to a foundation here that you may have felt like this was something that was over and it's not. So keep that in mind. Tell me, ooh, I just tasted mustard. Why is that? Fear. You've had to have a lot of courage around this situation. You've had to have a lot of strength within yourself and facing a fear. Like if this is a fear or if this is your intuition that's calling to you, that's why you're looking for more signs, or you're looking at something like it's not a coincidence, like that gut feeling is just so strong. Tell me about the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The World in reverse. You have the World there too. This is something that's not over, right? The World in reverse. Not wanting being impulsive because you don't want something to end. This is like prolonging something. Prolonging the inevitable. Prolonging a relationship or someone giving to you. Or giving to someone. Prolonging that. Tell me about the Devil in reverse. Justice. Well, if that don't tell you that's karma's playing out, there's some kind of justice that needs to come into balance when it comes to releasing some sort of toxicity here. There's been somebody here that's been having a hard time releasing some sort of toxicity, whether that's with them or with someone else. They've been having a difficult time releasing that. And I think that you're going to be sitting in a position to where there's a waiting period here because you're having to use your head, or this person's been sitting there in a place to where they've been in their head when it comes to ending the situation, but it's something that they're holding on to. It's like this, they're stuck. This could be you. I hope I'm making sense. Libra energy's there. Why is Death here? Okay, that's the Queen of Wands. She tried to go in the other direction. So it's like, that's that confidence I was talking about. You're wanting to be confident here in someone or in a situation, but you're almost like losing your confidence here because of something that you feel like is not a coincidence. This pushed or put a wound onto this relationship in some way where you feel like you're not confident in the changes happening. Like there's a lack of faith that goes into this. So you're needing to see something, needing to have some truth about something so that you can make a really probably a final judgment call. And the fact that you've had a hard time letting go of this has created some kind of toxicity here. Or this is someone else. Keep that in mind. They could be the one that's holding on to something here. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. It's like somebody wanting to hold on to their security or their foundation in some way. You have a Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. That's something not working out in the long run. The truth about that. It's like somebody's been wanting to hold on to this, not giving you the truth of a foundation or a situation because they are afraid that it's going to affect this in the long run. Like it will mess up the roots here and it won't grow right. in some way. So they've been procrastinating, waiting, holding back. There's frustration that's here. Tell me about the World in reverse with that Knight of Swords. Yeah, look at that. Okay. There's some heavy indulging that's here. This is like... Okay, I'm going to have to use a bunny rabbit right here. That's the Page of Cups. There's something here that this person is still... Like, there's someone here that's still... There's still emotions here. There could be an apology here, Page of Cups, that has... This was given or came in some kind of way. And there's someone here that was impulsive when it comes to that. And this is the truth. It needs to come into balance. You have a 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I think I accidentally said that earlier. This has been like a long time coming. The truth of this coming out has been a long time coming. Needing to make a decision around this, or needing to make a decision whether or not to close this out, has been a long time coming. Okay, what am I missing here? Detached. I'm emotionally closed off, so I don't feel the past wounds. What am I missing here? Obsession. Yep, there's that devil. I'm obsessed with you and our memories. It's almost killing me. What else is there? TwinFlame. Okay. So... There could be somebody here that's in a place to where they're needing to detach from the obsessiveness of a relationship. It's like having a hard time letting something go. Having a really hard time letting something go. And it could be pain that was caused, you know. Always kind of desiring for something to be better, to fix itself, or to come back together. We have revealing at the bottom of the deck. So there's somebody here that's going to be revealing, expressing what's on their mind here. And it has to do with being detached about a connection. And whether or not there is this detachment that's there. I feel like whether or not something was over. Not wanting to regret something, having this obsessive thinking around this. I want to see what is it possibly that this person that's here, whether that's you or somebody else, what is the regret? Boy, that came right out, didn't it? It came right out. Divinely guided. This relationship is being divinely protected, guided and protected. Give me one more for that. Somebody regrets not protecting a relationship. That's what's here. I don't know if this is you or someone else. There's someone here that regrets not protecting a relationship. Tell me more about that. Okay. So yeah, we'll tell you everything. Someone may have came across as kind of a player or put on the role of that. We see that here with that Knight of Wands in reverse. And love offer is here. I've been playing the field, not ready to settle down, and is your heart open to receive my love offer? So this is somebody that may have broke your heart with detached, somebody you've tried to detach from, or there's someone here that someone's been trying to detach from. And there's this still this offer here that's on the table. There's also this idea that this person has been coming across in a way of a hot and cold kind of energy, and you've been trying to like read these signs and be like, is this person good for me? This kind of thing is there. And them coming in with a love offer here. But it's after something else that's going on that they may have regretted. There's a confession that's here, right? The truth. Let's see what's going to happen. What am I going to use for that? Actually, I want to use these. What's going to happen here with this? What's going to happen here with this? What can you tell me about the future of this? For pile 3, what's going to happen here moving forward? The young. This could be a new beginning here for some of you. This could also do with just to have something to do with children or starting over, like a clean slate, starting from the beginning here. Drinking to forget. Some of you may be in a position to where you feel naive. Or you feel like there's this feeling, I'm going to be honest, guys. There is this kind of feeling that you feel, or you will feel, about being naive or being recognizing that you've been on the rebound in some kind of way, or having to sit with this reality or this thought is what you're going to have to deal with here moving forward. Tell me more about this. The battlefield, there it is. That's it. There being some kind of disagreement or not being on the same page here in a situation. One of you may thought of something as more than the other. That could be what's here. Struggling with that. This is future energies, so I do feel like this is something that obviously is coming in, lighting the way. This is supposed to help you to connect or understand like where your boundaries sit. And this disagreement or this fight here, or whatever this is, this conflict that's created that you feel, is going to help you to set stronger boundaries for yourself, or help you to see the light in how to move forward from this. Like, whatever you've been conflicted about, it's straightening itself out, but it may be something that you have to, like, it's going to be something you have to go through that doesn't feel comfortable, right? Tell me more about, hold on now, time is running out. There it is again. There's pressure around this. This is something that requires your attention. It's like you have to, it's like with someone, you have to straighten this out. You have to get on the same page here with someone in order to be able to move forward. Tell me about the young. Lone wolf. Could have a single parent here, or something like that. Or someone choosing to stay single here. This could also be just like someone being like carefree, or just choosing to stay single is something that's here in the future. Whatever happens here, some of you may be in this place to where you're just wanting to stay single. And it could be that you may have found yourself on the other end of a rebound, of something that you may have to try to move on from or get past. Something's going to be shown to you that you didn't see before. And I think that you're going to be fighting with yourself, fighting with this other person about getting on the same page. And I think there's some boundaries that are going to be set. Whoa. Yeah, key to closed door. What was closed before is now open. So as far as knowing where to set your boundaries with someone, if you haven't understood what that was before, that's the truth that's coming out. Now you know, like you're seeing a situation or seeing someone for what it really is. And unfortunately, it's not the best of feeling, but it also shows you what you really wanted and needed to know, which is where to put your boundaries with someone. That could have been even something that one of you asked, like, where do I need to set my boundaries with this person? Yeah, the Two of Hearts. Falling in love, and the feeling is, if the feeling is mutual and equal effort, and a loyal companion. Not knowing where to set your boundaries here with someone in sacred cycles. And look at that, Miss Winter. Something being stagnant, and so you didn't know where to set your boundaries with this person, or there was an unpredictable cycle here even, whether or not you could trust this person in this situation, or you should be protecting yourself, especially if you feel like you're falling in love with someone, or you feel like you're wondering if the feelings are mutual or if they feel mutual, and being unsure around that is something that's there. There's somebody here that may have been still connected, and unfortunately, with this truth coming out around this, it puts you in a place to where you have to make a decision. And I feel like you are having a hard time trusting someone, even though they're offering you something. So I think there's a choice here to stay single. I think that someone feels the pressure of maybe changing your mind, or that you're having a hard time moving on. And I think that there may be a possibility of this reopening because of that. But I feel like some of you, I think this is going to depend on you. Some of you may take this as a lesson in setting stronger boundaries for yourself, but still giving this an opportunity. And I feel like some of you are going to see this as a lesson of setting boundaries for yourself or recognizing certain things. You're going to use it as a light moving forward, and I think that's going to help you to open up some new possibilities for yourself. So take it how it resonates. Everybody's going to choose something a little bit different with this, and what direction this actually goes in, right? Tell me more about this. Advice moving forward. Didn't think anything was going to come out. Respect. This is respecting one another and respecting a decision. I feel like this is like respecting the other person's decision that's here. And gifts. This is kind of sad actually. Dang it. What the heck? These emotions, guys, are killing me. Y'all knock it off. I'm just kidding. There's something to do with having something to offer, being respected or being respectful, and that being thankful for that. You know, someone giving you the respect to make a decision, or someone giving you the respect that you deserve, and the truth of a situation is something that's there. Advice moving forward. Now this is supposed to be advice, so this could be something you're needing to hear right now about this. In communication, communicating the truth is showing, you know, respect of how you value someone, how you see someone. Daydream, which is the card that's been in every pile, is haunting me here at the bottom of the deck. It's number 11. So I do feel like whatever's going to happen here is something that's divinely guided. It's on the path for a reason. It's something that needs to happen. It's like it needs to be shaken to make sure the foundation is good. That's something that's there. Or if it's not, and depending on that is different for everybody, whether or not you're going to stay committed to it or choose to separate yourself or walk away. I think that everybody in the collective is going through like heavy shifts or changes, obviously, with you know, the solar eclipse that's coming up. And I mean, I feel like you don't have to know a lot about anything to know that. It's going to make some changes happen, of course, because it's going to affect everyone, you know, in some kind of way, especially emotionally. And decision, I feel like shifts are taking place. Daydreamy energy is here. So really kind of, with that manifestation that popped out in the beginning, thinking about what you truly want from a situation, what you value in a situation, and let me just tell you like this. This is what I'm feeling. You can have a relationship with someone where you feel like everything is great and it's amazing, and then all of a sudden something happens and it just goes downhill, right? Or you can be a relationship with someone where it's more of a slower moving energy, or you learn to respect that person, you learn to trust that person, you learn to, how to take actions with that person, and how to express your needs. And there's a sign of respect that's there that may be somewhat different as far as the foundation of the connection goes when it comes to getting to know someone, or when it comes to building a relationship with someone. It's just something different when you can rebuild it, or when you can come back together, or when you can understand what roots are being planted, and I keep using that term in all these readings because it's like such a similar overall message, even though the situation's very different. I don't know why I feel called to one of these for you guys, but I'm going to pull one. These are just a stack of a bunch of different cards that I got in my goddess boxes that I've just put together, and it made a huge deck, so here we go. Okay, one of them's just hit me in the face. You have Aries energy that's here. So something could have happened in Aries season, which this is a timeless reading, but that's March and April. So something could be significant around there. Actually, we're right in the middle of that right now. So this could just be where the shift takes place. And I think it's a shift in you. I think it's a shift. The biggest shift of all is the shift that this makes within you. When it comes to yourself, I feel like too. We had the waxing gibbous moon, so that can be an important date. A bloom with energy, and then you have Pisces underneath, which is kind of interesting because you have the first sign in the zodiac and the last sign in the zodiac, and then you have this gibbous moon in the middle. So a bloom with energy. It's almost like there's something that's being created here, and I think that the karma, or the what's not seen, needs to be out into the open, and there needs to be light shine on that, right? That's what's happening here. Learning to adapt to a situation, and if you can adapt to a situation, is something that's here. Overall card for it, guys. Actually, for you guys, I've been using different cards. Tell me about pile 3. What advice do you have for them here with this? Yep, that's what I was getting at. Put yourself first and open yourself to love. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive, and it's safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. Look at the bottom of the deck. Open yourself up to others. How strange. This is about being open and honest with yourself. And that is the best way possible to put yourself forward. Put yourself first. Be open and honest, especially when it comes to the truth of how you feel or what you need. That's like the first step. Not being afraid to ask for your needs to be met, or being afraid to express your emotional self or your emotions in a situation. Showing your true colors here in this situation overall is like the best way to handle this moving forward. This is how you create new friendships and attract a love relationship. This is how you are. If you're vulnerable in connections, that's how they create, a solid foundation, is when you're vulnerable. And there's a call here for this. So if you're asking how to move forward, that's how you move forward. Let's get one more. One more. I always say that, don't I? Just one more. I have one for advice, please, for pile 3. Be grateful. I think I said that earlier. Did I say that earlier? Maybe. Okay. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet. We did see that card of waiting and expectations. So it's like waiting for, it's like being very careful about expecting everyone else's, like having the highest of expectations of how everyone else treats you, but not doing yourself that same favor, as in also, you know, making yourself face that same desire. So basically wanting to give and receive equally. If you want respect, you have to show respect. That kind of thing is there. So take that how it resonates. This may be a lesson in this, whether that's your lesson or someone else's. I feel like it's a higher lesson that's playing out. But what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations that we have mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment, which we started with ourselves and with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is your home for our souls, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus on what you can control. If you expect nothing, you are grateful for everything. You will experience extreme fulfillment. So there you go. Moving forward. All right. Hope that makes sense. Let's get some initials. I can't help but lately, guys, my videos have been, I feel like, more channeled than they usually are. It's just the way things are right now. Homework may be important. Somebody needs to focus on homework, or doing homework about, maybe there's some healing here that needs to take place. There's definitely some healing here about protecting yourself. What is that about? Dang it. Dang it. I gotta get something on that. Hold on, just hold on. What is this about? Not that one. Or that one. Or that one. Okay. What is this about? There's something here that needs to be healed, needs to be seen. You need to take a look at. What is this about? What I'm thinking? Whoa. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's pretty much your whole reading. That was kind of crazy. And the thimble flew out of the bowl, which is about protecting yourself. Protecting yourself. Integrity. Does the situation align with your values and morals? So there you go. Doing your homework about your own integrity and protecting your energy, protecting yourself. There's something about that there that's part of this. It goes with respect, like I talked about before. We have a sword of truth that's here. Something that maybe has been in the dark. You have an M, an R, Mr. You have an H, a W or M. You have a 1, which is about a new beginning. 7 is about alignment. And 17 is the star in tarot. It's Aquarius energy, and it's about healing and, you know, creating something that you desire, that you want. What that is. You have a Q and an R here. Okay? So, yeah, I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see it. And I'm going to leave it here. Having a hard exterior is something that's here as well. Okay. Respecting someone's truth, someone else's truth. Yeah, that's a hard thing. It's such a hard thing. When we desire something, to respect someone else's truth or their decision on something, you know. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and all your kindness, of course. I hope this helps, and good luck, and I hope to see you soon.